Hello Verbal Pals, my special VPs. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dr. Emasi. I post videos on the art of verbal interaction with difficult people, how to show zero emotional reaction, and how to be cool, calm, and calculated in your verbal communication with them. This channel will teach you how to be mentally strong and quick on your feet. Hello everyone. Today, in light of the recent story in the news coming from Nigeria about this gospel singer Osinachi who died due to domestic violence, and another Nigerian lady last week who also died due to domestic violence, I decided I will talk about why victims of domestic violence find it difficult to leave their abusers, why some victims end up dead. So I just want to shed some light on this topic for people who don't know, and for people who have been talking about this story and listening to the story and wondering, why would this woman stay till she ended up dead? Now, I'm going to be talking from the perspective of being in America. I've lived more than half of my life in America, so I really cannot relate that much to what is going on in Nigeria or other parts of Africa. I cannot understand the system, and I cannot relate with the people there because, of course, we all have different mentality at this point. So whatever I'm sharing, it's mostly going to be statistics based in America. So just because we are here in the United States doesn't mean that people don't experience domestic violence. There is domestic violence everywhere. In America, women go through abuse. Men also go through abuse. But majority of the domestic violence that happen in a relationship or in a marriage, it's usually coming from the man. So the man is usually the abuser, and the woman or the wife is the victim, as well as the children too. So I want to talk about why the victims of abuse find it difficult to leave, or why they stay till they end up dead. The first thing is that some victims have decided and have chosen that death is their fate. Rather than leaving the relationship or rather than leaving the marriage, they have chosen that death is their fate. Essentially, it's a suicide mission. They have decided to take this path of accepting to be killed. And the reason for that is something that no one can explain other than the fact that it has to do with their mentality, their thought process. It has to do with the fact that they probably are damaged psychologically by their abusers and the society. They might be suffering from the same condition as people who commit suicide, which is usually imbalance of serotonin, a neurotransmitter in the brain. So once a victim of abuse or victim of domestic violence gets to this point where they see no way out, where they see death as the best option, where they can't even wait to just die, right, and go, then there's really nothing anybody can do. It's hard. No matter how much you intervene and try to get them out, it's almost inevitable that they're going to end up back with their abusers, which statistics have shown that it takes at least 7 attempts to leave an abuser before you are successful in leaving for good. Meaning, the first time you try to leave an abuser, you will come back. The second time, something will make you come back. Usually the abusers will come around, right? Because the thing with abusers is that it's a mind game, and it's because of control. They want to be in control. They want to have total control of your life, total control of who you are, what you do. And so when you leave, you are taking away that control, you are taking away that power. And even if they hate your guts, they will come for you. As in, they need you to be under their wings so they can continue to exert this control, this power, because that's just what they want to do. So they're not abusing you because they don't want you to be in their life. No, because the minute you leave, There goes the abuser looking for people to come talk you into coming back, or coming to you and gaslighting you into making you think that something is wrong with what you're thinking about, the situation, or that you are overreacting, or that it's your fault, or that the abuse never happened. So they're coming back like this good guy, like this angel trying to come save you, and they will make you literally put the blame on yourself and even start apologizing for leaving, or start apologizing for thinking that they are abusing you or that they don't love you. So they will come and they will try to shower you with love. They might love bomb you, or you will see what made you wanted to be with them in the first place. They will come around and show you that thing that made you wanted to be with them in the first place. You will see it, and then you will have hope. So they're coming to give you breadcrumbs, to give you hope to come back. And so victims of abusers will often come back again and again until they're able to finally just detach, disconnect, and never come back and just move on with their life. But like I said, it takes at least on average 7 times of leaving before you're finally able to leave for good. So for those that are not able to leave, that end up living in a body bag, that end up leaving dead, the other reason is that, one, if they have kids together, they don't want the kids to be left alone with the abusers. So essentially they want to take the place of the abuse, rather than the abuser now abusing the kids. The victim will come and take that place. So it's almost like protecting the kids from the abuser while they take that abuse. Okay, for those that don't share kids, that still come around and come back until they end up dead, it's other things. It could be love. It could be the fact that maybe this is their first love, or the fact that they've never experienced love before, but the abuser showed them so much love, which usually they do that at the beginning. They will love bomb you and they will show you that they're the good guy. And so you fall in love. Now you start seeing this pattern where they love you today, tomorrow they hate you. They love you tomorrow, next tomorrow they hate you. So then you're just thinking that they will change, that the love is still there. You love them no matter what, they will change. So the victim will come back for those reasons, just because they think that they're so in love, or the abuser loves them so much, and that it's their fault that this is happening, or that they don't know how to endure, or this common saying that nobody is perfect, right? Nobody is perfect. There is one that I usually get that, to err is human, to forgive is divine. So just forgive, come back, love your spouse, love your wife, love your husband, and be cool. So they'll come back for that. Other things could be what society has put out there about, if you're married, about divorce, how people will look at you, how people will make fun of you that you're divorced. And a lot of people don't want that. They don't want to belong to this divorcee club, right? So they'd rather stay in there and die in the marriage than the divorce. So that's their choice. Everybody has a choice to make. If you choose to stay there for your abuser to kill you, that's a choice that you made. Okay, no matter how sick you are mentally because of the abuse. For people who don't know, physical abuse, physical violence does not begin with physical abuse. It always begins with verbal abuse, where they start making comments about you, about how you look, about what you do, about who you are. Then they continue on with emotional abuse, where they're doing things to hurt you without physically touching you, but they're hurting your spirit. They're hurting you so much to where you're broken, you're crying, you're wondering, oh my God, what is going on? What did I do? Or you're walking on eggshells. Psychological abuse. So it begins with all those different forms of abuse, financial abuse, and then it gets to the physical abuse. It doesn't just begin with physical abuse. So for people who are in an abusive relationship and they are yet to experience the physical violence, you can tell that this person is capable of smacking you one day from the way they behave. If they are aggressive, if they have a hot temper, if they are throwing things or punching things, or you hear them talk to people or they're hitting stuff, those are signs that one day for sure this person is capable of committing physical violence on you. So you don't have to wait, right? If you're one of those who can leave. But then, like I said, some of the people that stay till they die, they have chosen that path. This is the path they chose. It's a suicide mission, and they have chosen the path of death is the only way out. So we have seen some of the signs and reasons why some victims will remain with their abusers until they end up dead. And I think that it's not a good thing. So for people who are experiencing any of this, for people who feel like they are depressed or they are so sad or they don't know who they are anymore, like the person they were before they met this abuser is not who they are anymore, and it's not for the better, it's not for the best, then just know that you can leave and you can find peace and joy again, and you can find who you are again. It will take a little bit of work and some time to heal and to work on yourself to come back to who you were before you met this abuser. It's if for people who have kids, it's actually the better option for the kids, because like I said, it's better for you to be alive, for the kids to have their mom, than for them to lose both the mom and the dad, because obviously if the father kills the mom is gone and the father will be gone. If it's in a proper society, the father will be gone in prison. So think about your kids. Let that be your motivation to be strong, to say no to abuse. There is no form of abuse that is okay. That's why the word is called abuse. It's actually abnormal use. Okay? Abnormal use. If somebody is abnormally using you, there is no excuse for that. If somebody buys you a toothbrush and you, rather than using the toothbrush to brush your teeth, you use it to cook, to stir your fufu, right? You want to make fufu or you want to cook soup or rice. Now you're using your toothbrush to stir your soup or your rice or your fufu. That's an abnormal use of the toothbrush. So as a person, as a grown-up, a full-grown person, a woman, let me say women because most abusers are men. Most abuse come from men. 80% of abuse are from men. If you're a woman, you're the helper. Yes, you're not the head, but you're not a prisoner or a slave either. Okay? If the man is abnormally using you, what would you do? Yeah, you may be too broken, too damaged to say something. But you have to think about your life, think about yourself, think about the kids, and find it in you to find a way out. But if you've chosen the path of suicide, the path of death, to say you're going to stay there and die rather than being strong for your kids or be strong for yourself to face tomorrow, for you to use what God has put in you to bless the world, rather than using what God has put in you to bless the world, you want to deprive the world from experiencing that purpose that God has created you for. You want to throw it away and die in the name of principles or society or culture or shame or whatever it is, then there's nothing really anybody can do to help you. There's nothing anybody can do to help people who have chosen that path of suicide. It's a suicide mission. So I really don't see why anybody should feel sorry for that person. But I do feel sorry and I empathize because I was one. I was there, but I am alive today. Hence this YouTube channel, because I'm trying to use what God has put in me to bless others. And I know I have a lot to share with the world. So let me be your inspiration that there is life after abuse. Let me be your inspiration that you can make it. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining. Please share this video with others. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I really love it if you can subscribe. and like this video. Make a comment below if you have something to share. And yeah, by you sharing this video, liking this video, and also subscribing, it lets YouTube know that my content is valuable for and that someone out there can really gain something out of listening to this information that I'm putting out there. So please do me a favor and subscribe and share and like this video. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.